Okay, so the topic is all about recognize the human body imposes limits and possibilities for transcendence. So basically, the human person as an embodied spirit, we have this consciousness that we have known the entire universe and the world within us and that surrounds us. And that embodiment, we use the biological and physical presence of our bodies. However, it is subject to emotion, language, thought, and social interaction. But of course, as a human being, as a human person, we have at least three limitations. Ito yung mga limitasyon natin bilang isang tao. So we have facticity, special temporal being, and the body as intermediary. Now let us discuss one by one. So una, we have this known as facticity. Uh, refers to the things in our life that are already given. And of course, when we have, uh, when we were born, we have, we have our eyes, our ears, our nose, our mouth, our body, right? So it also entails everything that surrounds us in the present, our environment, our language, our past decisions, our past and present relationships, and even our future death. So dito sinasabi, ang katotohanan sa ating buhay nung pinanganak lang tayo, no? Natuto tayong magsulat, magbasa, meron tayong mga nakaraang desisyon at ano ang relasyon natin sa kapwa natin as of the past and present. And of course, the imminent death. Ibig sabihin, we are just mortals, no? Meron tayong limitasyon na tayo ay hindi magtatagal sa mundo. Normally, ang tao, 99 years old, no? For Filipinos, it's like up to, maswerte ka lang umabot na 70 years old now. So, yan ang katotohanan, kaya tinawag siyang facticity. And of course, yung tinatawag na special temporal being, as temporal beings, our most obvious limitation is our finitude, our finite quality or state. What does it mean? Di ba? Right now, most of you are still young. You're young adults. Yung katawan nyo, malakas pa. Pero as you grow old, due to aging, nangihina ang tao. Nagkakasakit. So, hindi siya, pang matagalan. Kaya sinasabi natin, walang forever. Right? O kahit nga sa relationship, walang forever, di ba? But I would suggest na kahit paano may forever ang Pilipinas in terms of marriage because divorce is not yet implemented and divorce law is not yet signed and maybe it will not be signed. Di ba? At least kung kinasal ka, kahit paano may forever. Huwag lang kayo maghihiwalay sana. You know what I mean? Okay? So, as a special temporal being, we are limited by our bodies to be present into or more places at the same time. So hindi po pwede na ang katawan natin ay sabi niya nasa dalawa o marami pang lugar sa isang pagkakataon. Imposible yun. You know? Like this. Napanood niyo ba ito? Woke up like this, sabi niya. No? It is a film by Bong and Lobi. Kung napanood yan, that is a fictitious movie. This one is a fictitious movie. So I would suggest na hindi siya, hindi siya totoo. So as a special temporal being, we are limited by space and time. Ayan, our special temporal situation sets our preconditions of understanding. Yang panahon mo, yung pagkakataon na yan, kung nasaan ka, yan yun. Okay? Yan yung alam mo kung nasaan ka, sinong kasama mo. Right? Hindi ka naman nabuhay nung panahon ng Kastila. Di ba? So, you know what I mean? Di mo pa pwedeng I have my past life. No, that's quite impossible and for philosophy, it's not acceptable. So the body as intermediary, what does it mean? Ang ibig sabihin nun, of course, our body acts as a mediator. Our body serves as an intermediary between us and the physical world. Our body limits our experience of the world to our world. O yan, yung karanasan natin, depende sa kung nasan tayo sa ating sariling mundo. So kung ano ang nararamdaman ng ating katawan. Of course, we also express ourselves through our body. Kumbaga, yung consciousness mo, yung awareness mo, ginagamit yung katawan mo to communicate and express yourself. Right? But our, yan yung tinatawag natin na limitation because how do we communicate with each other through words, di ba? Paano yung iba na hindi nakakapagsalita? Of course, they could use their sign language, or if you are a special person, then you could use your emotion through your body, di ba? They can also express their emotion, di ba? So, sabi niya, but can words really capture the things we want to express? Of course, some of us hindi naman marunong o hindi naman magaling mag-express ng kanilang emotion through their wordings and how do they say things. Hindi nga nila masabi lahat, di ba? Sabi niya, but this limitation can also be an advantage because we have secrets in life that we have to keep, no, sometimes. Pero sabi, you don't have to tell me everything, just don't lie to me. This one is a good quote, you know. And any question? If you have any question? Wala. O sige. Let's have let's have to identify the type of limitation. Sige nga, Yums, anyone who would like to answer? We have three types, no? Ulitin ko, facticity, special temporal being, and body as intermediary. So number one, we have a limited lifespan. Anong uring limitation ito, guys? Yums? Anyone? Sige, Sam.
Facial temporal being.
Yes. Actually, yung number one, dalawa yan eh.
And could be
Na tao ay mortal lang. Ano yon? Yon ay isang katotohanan. That is why, yeah, okay, that is also facticity. But it may also be a special temporal because we are bound by space and time. Right? So number two, we cannot choose our biological family. Hindi mo pwedeng pumili, no? Kung sino yung nagpaanak sa iyo, sino magulang mo biologically, or sino yung nagpalaki sa iyo. So we cannot choose them, right? So anong tawag dito sa limitation na ito?
Facticity po.
Yes, facticity. Very good. Number three, we cannot teleport instantly to another location in an instant. Ayan.
Spatial temporal being po.
Yeah, so tama si Sam at saka si Angelita. So number four, words limit our communication with each other. Ano naman yan? Ano limitation yan?
Body temporal being po.
Body as intermediary. Ayan. Because we use our body to communicate, right? But of course, it limits also on how we communicate because possibly, kunyari, hindi natin alam yung ibang language. You only know, lalo na ngayon, no? Some Filipinos are studying South Korean language, because of K-drama. Because we are limited by our own native language, which is Filipino or Bisaya, and our second language is English. But all other else, medyo hirap na tayo, right? So it limits us on communicating. Aside from that, di ba, some people really ay hirap talaga to express their feelings. Number five, we cannot be in two places at the same time. Yums.
Spatial temporal being po.
Yes, very good, Angelita. So, special temporal yan. Okay, so number six, we cannot change our past decisions. Sige nga.
Facticity po.
Yes, mukhang ang gising lang ay si Angelita at saka si Sam. Dalawa lang estudyante ko out of 38. OMG. Okay. Sige. So, we face certain death in the future. Oh. Ano sagot niyo dyan? Anong klaseng limitation yan? Ang tao mamamatay. Di ba? Right now, hindi nyo pa na, ano yan eh, hindi nyo pa masyadong aware kayo dyan sa magaganap sa buhay natin. But sooner or later, you have to accept na we are limited now. yung panahon natin at buhay natin dito sa mundo, we are just limited. Okay? So, habang buhay, make the best out of it, di ba? Yun. So again, so sa number 7, that is facticity. Number 8, we are bound by space and time. That is special temporal. And we cannot choose our race, age, and birth date. Of course, that is facticity again. Ayan. So, yan yung mga sample natin. No? So anyway, alam na natin ano, I hope you understand. So limitations can lead to possibilities. May limitasyon ng tao, pero you have to transcend. Yun ang sinasabi ng transcendence. Why? How do limitations lead to transcendence? Kasi sabi natin, for number 1, facticity. At times, we use our facticity as an excuse for our difficulties and failures. Sabi mo, pinanganak na ako dito sa pamilya ko. Dito kami pinalaki ng aming magulang nang nagpalaki sa amin. So, eto na kami. Ano sabi ng ano diyan? Ng magagaling na mga at mahuhusay na mga tao. Mamaya, isa sa pinakamayamang tao, may sinabi, pinanganak ka sa, sa kahirapan. Kaya lang, ang sabi ni Bill Gates, if you are born poor, ulitin ko no, if you are born poor, it's not your mistake. But if you die poor, it's your mistake. O sabi ni Bill Gates yan. Well, I think, posibleng totoo to. You know why? Kasi si Bill Gates naman, di naman pinanganak na mayaman yan eh. Drop out nga yan sa Harvard eh. Right? Pero bumalik siya, no? Nag-aral siya, doktor na nga yan in in business administration, DBA yan. So, sabi niya, pinanganak tayo mahirap. Pero, mamatay pa ba tayo mahirap? That is why you have to do something. Ang sabi niya, you have to transcend. Okay? Bakit ka ba laging absent? So, wag kang absent. Online na nga lang, absent ka pa. You know what I mean? Ito pinakamalupit na reason ng katotohanan ng buhay. Broken family po kasi kami eh. Ano ngayon? Guys, for almost 15 years, maybe more than, na nagtuturo ako, I have heard so many students and possibly parents sinasabi nila, sa tatay kasi siya eh, sa nanay kasi siya eh. Parang ganon. Tapos ito ginagawa ng student. Now, I think it is not an excuse for me. You know why? Kasi sabi ko nga sa mga students na nagdaraan sa ganitong klase ng situation, isipin mo na lang, darating ang panahon, magkakapamilya ka. Gusto mo bang maging ganon din ang pamilya mo? Bakit? Kasi sinisira mo na sarili mo eh. Wala namang ibang masisira kundi sarili mo lang eh. Okay? That is why, sabi ko, you have to strive harder. And then you have to learn from the past. Sabi nga natin, so we are free to define who we are and who we are to be. Ay, sinasabi ng philosophy. For number 2, special temporal being naman, we are more concerned with the past and our future. That is why we never appreciate the present. Ask yourself why. Why do we want to hastily achieve or have something which is not yet? Ito pa. Most students na sinasabi nila, magulo pamilya nila. So ano gagawin nila? Gusto nila magkaroon agad ng sariling pamilya. They want to, humiwalay agad eh. Ano yung ginagawa ng iba? Nag-aasawa agad at a very young age, hindi pa naman ready. Sasabihin mo, love yan. Oy, come on, di ba? Hindi yan love. That is another L, but not love. I hope you understand my point, no? Tapos pupunta ka sa poder ng ano mo, ng asawa mo o na sarili niyo. Therefore, there is no love there. You know why? I'll tell you for a very practical reason. Kung kayo ay nagwo-work, kinakaltasan kayo ng tinatawag na pag-ibig. 'Di ba may SSS, may pag-ibig. Pero ang tanong, bakit pag-ibig ang tawag, sir? Kasi ang ibig sabihin ng pag-ibig is HDMF, and that is Home Development Mutual Fund. Para ikaw ay mag-loan para kumuha ka ng sarili mong bahay. Therefore, kung bakit siya tinawag na pag-ibig, kasi sa loob ng tahanan, nagsisimula ang pag-ibig. And the question is, kung wala ka sariling bahay, tingin mo ba mabubuo ang maayos sa pag-ibigan sa inyo? Love is something different. Okay? Tandaan niyo yan. Oh, I hope so. Okay. Now, ang dapat yung intindihin. Ngayon, sa panahon natin. sa pagkakataon nito. Why do we hold on or lament on something which is no longer there? Kasi 'di ba, pag wala na ang tao o wala na yung kasama mo sa buhay, o ano mangyayari? When you live in the past, you die in the present. Bakit? Kasi nga, our special temporal character is an invitation to make the most of our lives. Yun ang sinasabi niya. We cannot be at the place where we want to be at an instant. Di ba? It is the people closest to us that we most often neglect. Kasi naman, andyan naman yung magulang mo, andyan yung mga kaibigan mo, andyan yung mga kapatid mo. Right? Kaya lang, di mo pinapansin, di mo pinakausap. Ngayon sa panahon natin, ang mga mga kabataan napakahilig sa mobile games, napakahilig sa social media. You communicate with people through your mobile phone. Yeah, come on. You have to communicate them face to face. Pero ibig ko sabihin, yung nasa loob lang ng tahanan right now kasi may pandemya tayo. Right? Paano kung wala na sila? Doon mo lang sasabihin na we often appreciate the value of things when it is no longer present. Hanggat buhay pa sila, lalo na ang magulang ang nagpalaki sa inyo. Di ba? You have to appreciate the value. Their values for you. Di ba? Our special temporal character is an invitation to value the people and things around us. Remember that. Okay? For number 3 naman, having a body may prevent us from disclosing what we really want to express. Kahit pa meron kang, may katawang ka na normal. Yun nga normal hindi makapag-express ng mabuti. In most cases, words are not enough. Kaya nga, sabi, magbabago na ako, promise. You always say that. You always tell that to yourself. Di ba? But, hindi mo naman sinasabi ito. You have to tell this to your parents, to your siblings, to your peer group who are good for you. Di ba? Oh. Especially to the one you love. I love you. Hindi nyo ba masabi yun? It's a very simple word, pero napakahirap sabihin ito ng ibang mga tao. I hope sa hanay ng mga humans, hindi kayo ganon. You know how to express yourself. Especially to the one who brought you up in this world. Ayan ang sinasabi. You have to transcend. Di ba? You have to transcend. Magbago ka. No? I hope you understand. No? Learn how to communicate well. This is a challenge for us to be more creative and expressing ourselves. Tandaan niyo yun. Iparamdam mo, gawin mo, huwag kang puro salita. Any question? Or any questions? Do you have any question there? Yums? Wala. Nakikinig lang sila. Okay. So these are just true or false statements. Anyway, this slide will be sent in your Google Classroom. Okay. That's it. That would be our lesson for the week.